Good afternoon, everyone. My name is María Soledad García Penalta. As Emilia has mentioned, it is my honor as Vice President of Pain Alliance Europe to present one of the projects awarded in this edition of the Brain, Mind and Pain Grant. The Brain, Mind and Pain Award is an initiative of Pain Alliance Europe, the European Federation of Neurological Associations, the European Pain Federation, and the European Academy of Neurology. This award is co-sponsored by Boston Scientific, Janssen Pharmaceutical, Johnson & Johnson, and Grunenthal, and encourages patient-centric and scientific robust innovation in the domain of chronic pain and neurological disorders. This edition of the award focuses on management and prevention, particularly narrowing it to healthy sleep for people living with brain, mind, and pain conditions. One of the finalists of this edition presents a project that is both patient-centered and original for those who suffer from restless leg syndrome, RLS. A quite common condition that affects between 7.2 to 11.5% of the population in the European Union and the United States. This condition ranges from mild to severe, requiring medical treatment in 3% of those affected. Finding a restless leg syndrome specialist is often difficult, expensive, and time-consuming, resulting in a very late diagnosis and treatment, which worsens the quality of life of people suffering from this disease. Having a search system which provides an RLS specialist database across the European network will help patients with RLS or possible RLS get diagnosed and receive proper treatment. The project that we're talking about is a good example of how patient organizations can be involved in research from design, feedback, rollout, and impact. It is a project from patients to patients that will have a great impact on the quality of life of people suffering from restless leg syndrome and the sleeping problems related to this condition. I would like to congratulate the European Alliance for Restless Leg Syndrome on receiving the Brain, Mind and Pain Award and wish them a successful 2-year journey through this project, the results of which we are already looking forward to seeing. Now, I will let Dr. Katharina Glanz, President of EARLS, tell you more about the project. Katharina, from all of us, thank you for your contribution to the well-being of people with chronic pain and neurological conditions. We wish you great success and with this and with all the projects that you endeavor. Congratulations.
Thank you very much and good afternoon all. I'm Katharina, the president of the EARLS. EARLS is a non-profit independent alliance of national patient organizations from European countries and works to raise awareness of restless legs. Thank you very much for awarding this year's BMP Grant with a focus on healthy sleep for people living with brain, mind and pain disorders for our project Expert Finder. I am very pleased and deeply touched to receive this wonderful award today on behalf of all our national patient organizations represented by EARLS. Have you ever heard about restless leg syndrome? Restless leg syndrome is a common neurological sleep and movement disorder characterized by an irresistible urge to move the legs, unpleasant sensation, and even pain in the affected limbs and leading to major sleep problems. It is important to emphasize first that the exact cause of RLS has not been identified yet. No cure for RLS has yet been found and treatment concentrates entirely on symptom suppression. Due to the overall lack of knowledge, RLS patients often are not taken seriously, mostly suffering in the solitude of their nighttime bedrooms and then trying just to function during the day. Yet ALS is largely underdiagnosed, probably because ALS is not understood to be a significant medical condition, but ALS can have serious clinical consequences and affects patients' quality of life, so correct diagnosis and appropriate treatment are important. ALS patients usually go to their family doctors, but the knowledge of ALS is still largely insufficient with most family doctors, and the latter is also the case among general neurologists. Knowledge of ALS still leaves much to be desired. Referral to an ALS specialist is often not done, often resulting in the delayed or false diagnosis and the prescription of no or wrong medication. Patients are misunderstood and suffer badly from the stigma. Furthermore, ALS patients have to wait a number of years before getting a correct diagnosis. And for numerous patients, it's very difficult to find quick access to an ALS experienced doctor or to a qualified sleep lab or to advocacy groups. This is where our project Expert Finder wants to help. The aim of our project is to help ALS patients across Europe to find support in their region or elsewhere in Europe through a qualified diagnosis and an adequate therapy. Sleep and thus quality of life of people with ALS can be improved. This will be a great advance for all ALS patients all over Europe. And at the same time, we would like to draw public attention to ALS and raise awareness on this disease. How does the Expert Finder work? The Expert Finder is a project from patients for patients. It's a joint project of all 8 patient associations represented by EARLS. The websites of all EARLS members countries provide a geographical map of recommended doctors for ALS treatment, sleep labs, and ALS advocacy groups. The search function allows affected persons to enter the region or to use the location finder. The map then shows the hills nearby. Doctors, sleep labs, and advocacy groups appear in different icons and colors. If a hit is clicked on, the contact window opens. The map works in the respective national languages. The map shows doctors who are recommended by ALS patients as competent treatment providers, the experts. In this way, those affected are actively involved in the project. Patients are permanently invited to share their experiences or feedback on the Expert Finder websites. But last but not least, the integration into the respective national websites lead affected persons directly to the national patients associations. With the Expert Finder, we can help patients with ALS across Europe to find quick and qualified help. With the Expert Finder, we can also help patients' families and friends across Europe to find information about the disease and advocacy, as well as good treatment providers. With the Expert Finder, we can also involve doctors all over Europe, not only by involving them as experts themselves, but also by giving doctors from other disciplines, for example, the opportunity to find a colleague to refer an ALS patient to. If ALS patients experience understanding in this way and find appropriate and adequate help, then healthy and restful sleep will not be an unfulfilled wish, but become a permanent possibility. The Expert Finder is a great project because it offers, in a simple way, quick help to those affected. The Expert Finder for us is also a big project that we couldn't have implemented without your help and support. For this, I would like to express again my sincere thanks on behalf of all those suffering who are looking for help. Thank you very much for this award.